not sure how much of this is going to come through, but I was attempting to head south and down around Chicago up to Milwaukee, go visit my son, go check out a couple things. But pretty bad wintry storm. I'm fine with driving in it, and my car's fine with it. It's equipped properly. I have very good snow tires. They're Nokian Hakkapeliitta R's, so they're plenty capable. But the travel is just too dang slow. So I pulled the plug on that mission. I'm headed back north, headed back to my house. So yeah, I think that's probably a good decision anyway, because it's, I don't know, it just, and I suppose I could have done it, it's just too slow travel. I should be doing like 65, 70, which, you know, like I can do. There's definitely traction control and driver aids on the vehicle, and you know, I'm capable, the car's capable, but just not ideal conditions. So I'll turn back, I'll go hang out with the family, maybe watch a little television, sip a little bourbon, eat a good meal, stuff like that. Also all good things. So this is winter roads at night in northern Michigan. It's not even really, I mean, it's it's not really night. It's 6:30 p.m. It just gets dark so dang early. So 2023 Civic Si, like I said, just on snow tires, does pretty good. You have the mechanical limited slip differential that helps with traction for sure. Front wheel drive, that, you know, makes it pretty forgiving. There's still, the roads are pretty slick, so like if I gas it, like I can get it to spin, but it also gets enough traction within that spin to propel you forward. So it's not like glare ice or anything like that. Keep a lot of distance, because stopping is not going to be great, but there's some tricks to that too. Yeah, I haven't done a drive video in a while. Figured I would bust this out on my way back and record a little bit, see how everyone's doing. I'm still enjoying the Civic Si. Actually, I've been talking to a few FL5 new Civic Type R owners, and I pretty much have the opportunity to buy a new Civic Type R at retail. I could go talk to the sales guy. I was supposed to go today, but I could go tomorrow and talk to him. Obviously, I'd have to sell the SI, but I don't know that I want to make that leap. Like, as cool as that car is and as fun as it would be, you know, do I want a $50,000 Honda Civic? I know it's a Type R, don't get me wrong, I get it, but it's already a hard pill to swallow, you know, driving a just over $30,000 Honda Civic. And this one's plenty capable for how I use it, because it's slow car fast, right? Well, in this case, it's slow car slow, but I haven't even done any performance upgrades to this car, so there's things I can do to improve it slightly. You know, I could get like 30 more horsepower or so. With a car that's only 200 horsepower to begin with, you're going to feel 30 more horsepower, like you just will. Now the Type R has like 300 horsepower. You'd definitely be able to tell the difference between the SI and the Type R. But for how much I drive and how I drive, I think the SI is plenty adequate, and it's definitely within my budget. I definitely could, don't get me wrong, I could buy the Type R, but just like with watches and things, like I've owned the Rolex, and there's even higher grade watches than that. You know, any one of us could probably buy those, whether it's, you know, with cash or financing or whatever your method of purchase is. But I think there's more to being a consumer, at least at my level. I have to be comfortable with that purchase, beyond just the financial side of things. Like, it's, I don't know how else to explain it. Maybe you guys can chime in and let me know if there's a better way to explain it. But just like with the watches, for me, I'm much more happy and content when I have more affordable, like a better product for a lower dollar number, if that makes sense. Like, the diminishing return factor comes into play, and there's like a chart, you know, and I want it like towards the center where the best options are, you know, part of that equation. So that's why I like the micro brand watches. I think you get the most watch for your money, and maybe that's what the Civic Si is. Maybe it's the most front-wheel drive car for the money. You know, you could go to the Type R, but it's like, it's a lot more money for kind of the same thing. The purists out there are going to argue that the Type R is obviously leaps and bounds better than the Si, and I'm not arguing that it isn't. Just like I'm not arguing that a Rolex or, you know, even a higher grade watch isn't better than, you know, a micro brand watch. But the diminishing return there is a pretty big one, and it's hard to justify it. I don't want to ramble anymore on that, but excited. Watch news. Gonna be doing my next trip is going to be the DC district time. I'm excited to go to that, hang out with all the people that I know that are already there, and meet some new people, of course. Excited for that trip. That's March 2nd or 3rd, something like that. So I'll just drive down there. It should be fine. And then shortly after that, like I think 2 weeks later, March 23rd, I'll be going down to Atlanta to Intersect. That's with a bunch of tighter knit micro brands. I'm excited for that show too, or as well, rather. Not sure. I think I'm gonna fly to that one, because that drive it's a bit much. It's probably like a solid 14-hour, 15-hour drive. So I need to probably book that flight soon, in the accommodations and everything. So other than that, I don't think there's anything. That's March. I don't think there's anything in April. Typically the Worn & Wound Wind-Up Show San Francisco is in April, but I heard rumor that it's moved to May. I'm keeping an open mind about that one. I like right now, I'm gonna say that I probably won't go, but I'm fairly certain I said I wasn't gonna go in 2023, and I ended up going with the help of Mark from Long Island Watch. So if there's a watch brand out there that is interested in helping me fund that trip, then I'm definitely going to keep an open mind on that, because that trip is rather expensive for me. So that could potentially still happen in May, and then what is it, like July, I think, is the Chicago one. I'll just drive to that. August, September, I'll do my MIMO meetup. I'm just giving you a rundown on my projected itinerary for travel. And then, of course, I really want to make the New York Wind-Up Show again. I always have a good time there. Shockingly, I really didn't think I would, but that show is pretty dang fun. So I'll probably try to make that one as well. That should be in October. So that is that. Just slow going here. Getting ready. You can see a little bit of light pollution in the background. I'm getting ready to drive by the local close to me, where my area of residence, the Crystal Mountain area. So with the ski resort fully lit up, puts off. It's like, other than that, this whole area is dark up here in northern Michigan. So there's little pockets of light pollution, and that's definitely one of them. So that's pretty cool. I used to ski downhill. I just wasn't enjoying it, so I gave that up, gave my skis away and stuff, let somebody else enjoy it. I still like to come down here and hang out though, and watch other people hurl their bodies down the snowy hill. It's called Crystal Mountain, but There is no mountains in Michigan, just big hills. Nice evening for a drive. I'm getting close to 10,000 miles on the Civic as well. Kind of racked up the miles quicker than I had anticipated. I picked this up nearly a year ago. I picked it up in February. It was like the end of the month on February, so I'm still a little ways away. Obviously, we're only they're going to Crystal Mountain. We're towards the middle of January, so. But pretty close to a year and pretty close to 10,000 miles. Have had zero issues with mechanical stuff on this. I know I'm in the forums and stuff for the Civic Si owners, and I know people have complained about sticky steering. I haven't encountered that yet. And then some people have encountered a little bit of oil seepage around the valve cover gasket. I haven't done a full inspection on that. I might have that, I don't know, but that's pretty easy to clean up and either tighten down or remove the valve cover and replace the gasket. I don't even know if I would take that in for warranty, if I'm completely honest. Just do it myself. It really just seems like not really an issue. I did switch over to AMSOIL on my last oil change, and pretty soon, probably in the spring, I'm going to switch over to AMSOIL in the transmission as well. It's just a better quality oil. So we got a couple snowplow trucks up here clearing my path. Thank you very much, snowplow workers. Putting in weird hours at probably mostly inconvenient times, but it's a job and they're doing it. So other plans for this car, I still have the big brake kit I need to put on the front. I might switch up wheels. Like I said, I'll probably add either Honda or I'll probably add Honda onto this, honestly, but I don't have a non-Apple computer, so I'll have to buy just a cheap laptop or something that I can use for getting it programmed. I don't know if I have any other like real plans for this. I'm still debating on tinting the windows. I think it just looks better, and this car is very low, so like if there's like a truck or something behind you, the lights are kind of bright, so tinted windows would make it a more comfortable driving experience for sure. But overall, I really enjoy driving the car basically in stock form, so I don't want to upset the balance of what the engineers at Honda have created for the SI. I think overall this platform is a very good car. Very happy with it. I'll probably add I'll probably add a front mount intercooler as well, because I did notice in the summer after a couple like just not really pulls but spirited driving that I could just tell the power was lacking, and I think the factory intercooler just gets heat soaked so quick in the summer. So I'll probably upgrade to a PRL, or we'll see if 27.1 has theirs out now, but I'll probably go PRL. I don't know that there's really, I think other than the front mount intercooler and a reflash on the computer, the other things are very minimal. Like you could do an exhaust, but you're really only doing that for the sound. I don't think there's going to be big gains on it. This is such a small turbo on this car that, you know, I could do a down pipe and mid pipe and the exhaust and everything like that, and spend, you know, $1,200–1,500 bucks, and it would just be for sound, and it might feel different, but I think the actual gains are going to be nominal. So again, that diminishing returns, right? So you can spend $700 or $800 on a programmer, get that going, that gives you 30 or 40 horsepower, and then you could do the front mount intercooler, which is like, depending on how you configure it, it's going to be $700 to $1,200, but that gives you consistent power in the summer months. So I think those two, and then with the brakes that I have and the stickier tires, the car's pretty much done. I did the rear sway bar and lowering springs already. Then that's it. I mean, what more can you do? Everything else is just kind of meh. what's the point, you know? All right, I think that's a long enough video. I appreciate it if you did watch. I'm excited to get some car action going. I might even pick up a second car. That was part of what my trip was over to Wisconsin. I'm looking at, I don't know if I want to reveal it yet because I don't know if it's going to happen, but I am looking at a little bit older Honda Acura car to build, you know, reminisce of my old days. But we'll see if I can make that happen or not. Or if it's even wise. It's clearly not wise to buy more cars that I don't need, but you got to enjoy life too, and that's what you guys should be doing, enjoying life. However you decide that to be, I want you to enjoy life. That's the most important thing. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next vid.